Hi, this is going to be another sewing video. Don't giggle at me, child. Okay, this is going to be another sewing video. My daughter has requested a custom dress for bridal shower that we're going to next Saturday. We just came up with this idea in the car and kind of lightly talked about what she wanted. So we came home, dug in some patterns, and then she told me everything that she wanted. To say the least, it is a Frankenstein dress. We picked parts from 3 different patterns and then things that she wants that's in her head. So it's going to be a project and a half, but on a plus side, she has taken an interest in sewing, and so I'm all for it, and I am totally down with this. And she's going to help kind of sew with me, and I'm going to kind of teach her the ropes on how to do some of this. So it's going to be a fun project. So a week is kind of crunchy time for such an ambitious project, but having 2 people sew is way better than 1 person sew, so I think we're going to be able to do it. I am going to show you loosely what she wants. Now, we have patterns I am going to cut out and use some of, but it's probably going to go completely haywire and we're not going to use it, or we will, or I'm not quite sure what's going to happen, but at least give us a jumping point of where she wants to be. So the bodice on this dress right here is what she wants with the little skirt, but she wants the skirt to go down to her knee. So kind of like this one here in the corner, but she wants the bodice of this one, but the skirt like this one. But then she also wants like the poofy Disney sleeves. So I have this one here that has kind of like the puffy cap sleeves. So she wants that.
With
what? Oh yeah, sorry. And she wants to have it boned, so I happen to have some not corset ties, cable ties here that we're going to use as corset bones. They're pretty thick. I think they're going to work. I bought them for a different project, so I think they'll be fine. She does want it to be laced up in the back. Like in this photo here, she wants it laced up in the back. I'm not sure if I have grommets, so emergency case, we have a zipper. She wants it in white. So I do have a not white sheet. I have a creamish cotton sheet because she wants it to be summery and flowy. So I do have a giant twin sheet that we're going to use and line it with both of it so it's not see-through. So I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work, but we at least know where we're starting, and we're going to see where we end up on this. So we're going to do B. B is what you want, right? All right, so we're going to open this up. And the pattern's going to be here. So right here, we need the bodice front, the bodice back. So 8 and 9, exactly. So this is what 8 and 9 look like right here.
It's upside down.
We need 8 and 9. And there should be a couple of them in there, so you might have to turn it over and look the other way. I know, there's such a... And then you have to cut them all out.
Okay, 8's right there.
All right, here's 8. So 9 shouldn't be too far. If you have 8 there, yeah, separate. All right, so we'll pause on mine.
Oh.
I know, gentle, don't rip it. Because once you rip it, it's a pain in the butt. And what we'll do is we can cut it out, and then we can mark it down on a different piece of paper so you can reuse it for different sizes.
Who has enough room for this?
I don't know. Okay, so check your iron setting. Check to make sure that it's on cotton. Yep. Okay. And then...
Wait, I just messed it up. So, alright, so I'm fine.
I mean, it works. It's getting flat, so I mean...
This is what I'm supposed to do, right?
Yes, that is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just iron it kind of flat.
I thought you were laughing at me
You know, it's
because I was
just
doing
funny
it
how
wrong.
you were doing it. It was just comical. You come at it a different way than I would. I'm like, like trying to iron. You're just like willy-nilly like, it's gonna be difficult because it's not on a hard surface.
Are you already done?
Well, yes, dear. But I've also had more practice.
I did one line.
That's fine.
I did that.
Okay, perfect. Here, take your pins off. exercise break from chopping fabric.
Did you see how fast I did that? I haven't been able to do that.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm gonna do 5 more so I get 15.
Alright, hurry
My
up.
lady push-ups.
Hurry up with your lady push-ups so we can cut fabric. Alright, faster, faster, faster! Alright. Goodness, girl. You're not helping.
Thank you for the kisses on my
I need all of her over there.
Go, girl. Let's sit right here.
It would sit like right there, and these will be stitched like this.
They're like
But
on
they'll
my
be-
stomach.
Yeah, they'll be like that.
The other day, my roommate made me say, he's like, and he goes, I'm brave. I go, I'm brave. He goes, I'm strong. I go, I'm strong. He goes, I'm beautiful. I go, I'm beautiful. He goes, you feel better now? And I go, no. I don't know why I was upset, but it was when he was here. He was like, just repeat after me. It was so cute.
Watch her all over me.
Some days are crooked.
Okay.
Look good. I feel like it looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. Alright, so close it back up.
Wait. That looks dangerous.
I know.
Close it.
So
No,
we're,
are we?
I don't know, honey. So we're
I'm gonna
gonna
drop my
drop
phone.
your pedal,
And I take this one out.
take that one out, put thing over here.
And I go forward.
Yeah. So you go forward a smidge. Yeah, one more. Yep, stop. And
I
then
reverse
go
it.
reverse to lock your stitch. Yep.
And
And
then
then-
I go forward.
Go forward, and you're gonna see where the line is right here. You're gonna want to stay a half inch. Okay. So the harder you push that pedal, the faster you go. And go, yep, and then take it out. And just make sure when you take it out that you're staying lined up. Yeah, you're staying lined up. You're good.
I don't know where I'm supposed to be lined up with.
So see these lines right here on the machine?
Yeah.
That's, you kind of find where that gauge is right there, wherever it is, and try to keep it in the same spot. So this kind of turns because it's an angle, so this will angle
Oh,
out.
I did not even like this name.
I know. And then lock it, go backwards, and then go forwards, and then run it right off. Done. Good.
And then
So hold that, pick your foot up.
I thought I did both sides.
No, you like it both sides.
I didn't realize that until I just
Picked it up and stabbed yourself. Alright, and then drop your foot.
Why are you here now? I'm just doing it by myself.
Just watching.
Put it too far forward.
No. Well, put it where you want it. There you go. You can let go of that. Later on.
I just like to wait till I reverse.
Oh, okay. Once you reverse, you can let go of your tail.
This little flap.
It's
It's
the
the triangle,
point, the
and then
triangle,
the
and then the
skirt's
skirt.
Poof out and it's just like.
Is it off?
Yeah,
No.
the skirt's gonna be
I'm wearing the
poofed out from
skirt
there.
right now.
Is that the whole top?
No.
Yes, they'll
It's the
have
skirt.
straps.
Wait, then
It's
what's
a mini
this?
skirt, so my butt's out.
This is
That's
And
gonna.
it's gonna lace over my butt.
wait, but what's this?
No, this is the
That's the
liner.
liner.
This is the liner goes
inside,
under this.
so
it's
it's
the
not
inside.
see-through.
Yeah, because it's white. It'll be see-through.
You don't need to be scandalous.
So you're
This is a
gonna,
family
so you're gonna
channel.
sew it all
Yes,
like
this is a family channel. No scandalousness happening here. Yeah, so this will be sandwiched like this.
When are you gonna sew that?
So both the odd seams are.
Added
Okay.
to it.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because
and
this is going to be against
we're
your
gonna
body.
put the bones in there.
Yeah, this is going to be against your body, so you don't want all those seams scratching your belly. So it'll be nice and smooth on the
And the
inside.
bones are gonna be.
The bones
under
are going to
this.
be
When are you putting
inside.
the buns in?
So we have to make bone channels. So she has to sit here and sew pretty much a strip like this so that we can just run
Can
the
we
bones.
cut those out?
Here's the thing. Put the zip tie on my arm. I'll put the fabric over my arm. Because that's pretty much what you're gonna see. Can you see the black zip tie? Kind of. So the boning is gonna have, you're gonna see it.
Papa.
So the only way that we can fix this is if we take some other white fabric leftover scrap pieces and actually make boning channels that are independent from the garment and then sew them to the liner, like your interface.
What if we put 2 layers?
So we're gonna take,
Hold those there.
Yeah.
This is a second layer.
so if you made an independent channel like this, and then we sewed it so it was in its independent channel, right? Now put that back on my arm, and then you have your garment over it. Can you see the black zip tie now? No? You can't see that?
No.
Okay, so that's what we have to do, is we have to make independent bone
We have to
channels.
figure out how many go in here now.
On the edge of this fitted sheet that we're using, it didn't have an elastic around the edges, they just gathered. So, go ahead, see if it works. We're gonna try.
Oh, Bernie's messing with the fire hydrant.
See if it
I
works,
will
because I have
fire
a
the
banding on
hydrant.
all of this. Does it work? Does it fit in there?
There's a band.
I numbered all of the cable ties. We cut them to length, but I didn't want to get them confused, so I just ended up numbering each one and then cutting each of them to length. And then my daughter went ahead and started sliding all of her bones into the, conveniently enough, little channel that fit them perfectly. That was where the elastic went around on this fitted sheet that we were using. So she just slid the bones in and then just cut them all to length. So it saved quite a big step when it came to having to sew each bone channel, which my daughter wasn't quite stoked about doing anyway. So she was quite happy just to kind of find a unique alternative. This is the liner that she is pressing down, getting all of her seams laid down. And then went ahead and marked out each of these lines. Here is where one of her cable ties is gonna go for boning. These are all pinned on to those lines that I showed before. Each of these little flaps, I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to cut them all the way up. So what we ended up doing is folding them over where the bone is and tucking them in so it gave a nice encasement. So she was just sewing the actual bone encasements on right here. And then I went ahead after and I folded them over and did the final sew. She was a little nervous to do that part because it wasn't exactly the easiest to do. But it gave a nice finished look there at the end, and it really made it nice and stable for her, so there's no way that anything can come out and poke her. And then she just slid all of her cable ties into their proper channel following the numbers, which we screwed up a couple times that we had to take out and redo. She was working on her hemming at this point in time, and I was just putting the facing or the fashion fabric on top of where we just did all of the bonings so we could flip it all through. This is the liner, the bones, rough idea of said skirt of what she wants. Right, turn that. And then this will be the outer. We still have, so roughly it'll look kind of like this. She wants it to be a little bit shorter. We've been at it for how long? Probably 4 hours?
What, 11? And it's 2 now.
11, 12, 1, 2. So yeah, we worked on it for about 4 hours. So we have her sleeves here that are gonna go. Oh, here we're gonna dress her up. So we have 2 sleeves, not sleeves. What the hell? Shoulder straps.
The straps, the sleeves are gonna be
Sleeves are gonna be connected to here, and just they're not gonna be going all the way down. They'll just be like cap sleeves that boof on the top. So we have that part. She got all of her bones in their cases. She's sewn them all down. That's the front. We still have to sew together, but it just needs to be flipped. So that's the inside, and then this will be the corsetness. There's pins, so be careful. So it'll be kind of right here, right? Hold. And then she sewed her skirt together. She's already done her hemming. She did all of her pressing. And so the skirt, wow, my words do not work today. I'm not wording today. So pretty much, as I showed a little bit ago, is so here will be her
Point.
her point is going to be here. Let me try to put them all up in here. So the skirt will be up in there like
I like
this.
how short it is.
And then obviously this bits will be in the back. So we've got a lot of headway today. We have pretty much just to do like assembly is where we're at now.
And we just have to make the sleeves, that's it.
And do the sleeves. That's the last like thing, is just figuring out her sleeve situation. But like all the heavy lifting is done with like the corsetry in her bodice part. So now we're just decided that it is really hot out and we're ditching and we're going swimming. So we will probably start working back on it tomorrow. Get all of our sleeves done tomorrow.
Probably
Or cut caps or whatnot, and then we'll be able to assemble all of the bodice and then get the skirt put on and kind of see where we're at, and then that will leave us one more day for doing any fine tuning and tweaking, because the bridal shower is Saturday.
Yes, and it's Sunday.
Yes.
So we have
6 days.
6 days?
6 days to
Tomorrow it will be 5.
get it all together. So as long as we keep putting 4 or 5 hours in every day, I think that we will manage. Yesterday we did work on it as well for a little while last night.
A couple of minutes.
Yeah, just did a little bit of the bonings. So
What, it was like half an hour?
yeah, I think it's like
15
half
minutes?
hour. It wasn't a long time, just a little bit of playing with it when we got back from school shopping. So that's it for today. We're gonna come back and we will see you guys tomorrow. So we're on day 3 or 4-ish. I mocked up a little pattern for the sleeve. I wouldn't classify it as a sleeve. It's more of like the strap, and then it's gonna connect down in here and like down in here and just kind of come out, and then I'll put an elastic across. This isn't the exact pattern that I'm going to use for the cap sleeve thingy. It's gonna kind of be like a oh gosh, like I just had a complete brain fart, like I don't even know. Intuitive, that's the word. I'm just gonna go intuitively, see how it works, drape it, I guess, I don't know. Something of that nature. Beyond that, that's the last thing that we have to do is this part for the sleevey thing, and then I can put the straps into the corset top, flip the corset top over, sew it all on, and then just put the final construction together. I've kind of taken control over this bit, as I don't really know exactly what I'm doing, and it's kind of hard to teach my daughter how to sew something when I don't know how to sew it myself. So that's gonna be like the dilemma right now. She's gonna come down, she's gonna hang out, kind of watch, and probably ask a bunch of questions, which is great, and hopefully I have the answers to them, because I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I'm winging it. So Now we're gonna do sleeves. First thing I had to do was trace out my little pattern piece that I made to do the straps and the cap sleeves. We ended up using a different fabric to do this as we ran out of the white, but she wanted it to be a little different. So I actually had 6 yards of this really beautiful cotton gauze that had a light checkered pattern in it. She was really quite pleased with the effect that it gave because it was really flowy. And putting a gather stitch in the top where it would connect to the sleeve. And then I just folded over the edges when it came to the bottom of it, and I ran an elastic up through there to give a little structure and boof on the bottom that she wanted, using the nifty safety pin trick. But then the tail kept getting lost, which was kind of a bummer.
I'm not losing the string.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Said don't lose it. I'm not losing it.
And then after we finally got the elastic band safely tucked inside, I went ahead and folded the strap back over itself with the little cap sleeve inside and sewed that up. Which was kind of a pain in the butt because the fabric kept moving and shifting and I kept having to readjust. Was just trying to adjust the sleeves. So we're back at it again. Yesterday, after we got all of the straps done and the little like cap sleevey thing. Today I am going to try to get the cap sleeves put into the bodice part. I've left little slits here. I sewed the top piece together and I left slits here that we can slide the straps in. On the back portion of the strap, where she's still growing, I decided to not put the strap in between the layers and sew it in, but rather once it's folded over to hook it on the back so it's on the inside. So as she grows, I can let the strap out if we need to. It's not going to be aesthetically pleasing that way. It really should be like inside so it looks more finished, but where she's still growing, I believe that she would get a little bit more wear out of it if she gets taller. Then we can let the strap out. I know you haven't grown a lot. Well, I'm thinking in the future. She hasn't grown but a 1/4 inch in a year, but maybe you'll hit a growth spurt at 16. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna try that, and if it's a complete disaster, I'll tuck it in, but that's where I'm going now. God, this ring is driving me nuts. Excuse me while I pick my nose. So that's what I'm going to work on today. After that, we're going to fold said dress over, sandwich everything together, and then the skirt needs to be gathered and then pinned into place on the front part of the bodice, and then we will attach everything and turn everything up, and then we should hopefully be pretty darn close to being finished. So I have about 2 or 3 hours right now that I can dedicate to this, so I'm hoping we can get like pretty darn close to being finished. So this pin here, when I organized how to set things up, this pin here is actually at the angle that I want the strap in, and I don't know if you can see it, there's 2 yellow lines right here that are actually drawn at the angle that the strap should be at as well. Kind of gives me a little bit of a guide that I can figure out where it goes and not just stick them in there all willy-nilly like. So I don't know if you can see that. So as long as this is at the same angle as this fabric and then the yellow and the yellow match the straps, that's where I want to have my strap tucked in. instead of just kind of guessing. This is where, when I put it on her yesterday, I could see exactly where the strap setup is going to be, and I can do it. And I was just checking out my handiwork, making sure they were even here. As you can see here, I ended up pinning the skirt to the outside bodice, and then when I flipped it back over, it will be in between the bodice and the corsetry piece in the center. I found some bias tape lying around in my sewing area here, so I went ahead and did bias tape on the corsetry part, just so it wouldn't bite her or pinch or anything, and then that is sewn onto, you know, the dress and the front part. I sandwiched it all in, but I didn't want the corsetry part to bite her in any way or pinch or bind or poke. So it was just a really nice way to like finish off the inside. It actually came out really good. I was surprised. I wasn't sure if it was going to do what I wanted it to do, but it came out better than I was expecting. So I mean, it's all good. Plus is a plus. And of course she came in to approve and was like, this is awesome. So yay for me that my daughter was happy.
And it keeps all these in the
I ended up making the back a little too big. So I'm trying to tuck in right here to figure out like how much I needed to roll in. I did make this dress a little bit bigger so as she grows that it can adjust with her and I can let things out and move things. So I ended up not cutting this off. I ended up rolling them under so she'll have more space as she grows. And luckily enough, I had enough grommets, so she was super pleased about that, and I was able to get them all the same color, which is even better because I didn't have a lot of each, but we had just enough for this project. I ended up spacing them out like 3/4 inches apart, so it worked out pretty good. I think there's like 10 on each side. So as you can see, I'm just trying to fight with the grommets to put them in. They were giving me quite a hassle. But in the end, I was able to get them all put in. And they came out pretty decent. All right, my friends, I have finished my daughter's dress. She helped with most of it, but literally all this afternoon and last night I was working on doing, you know, all of the really technicality stuff, and she was too scared to touch the sewing machine. She's still learning on how to do like straight stitches, so when it came to like connecting the skirt onto the bodice part, she was like really leery about it and like freaking out and just didn't want to do it, but she did all the gathering and did some of the smaller things. But I got it done. I just finished it. It is Thursday afternoon. I have one day to spare. So tomorrow I have some pressing that I want to do on it and get all the pressing done, and then it's going to be good to go, and we got to leave at 9:30 Saturday morning to drive an hour and a half to the bridal shower. So I'm really excited for her to wear it. She's already running around the house in it, and I told her to take it off because it's white and she's gonna stain it. So we will see you guys at the bridal shower.
Yeah, I love it, right? I think it came out adorable. She did really nice.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching my video. I hope you enjoyed watching my daughter and I go through the process of making a dress for a bridal party that we were invited to. If you enjoy my channel and like what I'm up to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the like button for more fun-filled videos of sewing and crafting and just everyday life of things that I'm up to. It smells good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad you're enjoying the smelly sheet.
It's not smelly, like it smells good, not like stinky smelly.
Okay.
Wait, what are you doing?
Setting up my camera.
Okay. Just make sure.
What are you doing?
Being a ghost.
Okay. Alright. I'll give you space.
Oh. She says it looks like a chef hat.
And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!